The Biggest Nerd Who Ever Loved Rock and Roll, Part 2.
The Ed Sullivan Show.
This is WNKU's Rock and Roll History Lesson. 3 months after John F. Kennedy's assassination, America was looking for something to lift its spirits. The answer came from England and was introduced to Americans by Ed Sullivan on February the 9th, 1964.
The Beatles.
Twist and shout. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
On one of their Ed Sullivan appearances, the Rolling Stones were told to change the lyrics of Let's Spend the Night Together to Let's Spend Some Time Together. And they did. When the Doors were booked on Ed Sullivan, Jim Morrison was told not to use the word higher when singing Light My Fire. Did he? Listen for yourself. After Morrison's defiant performance, producers told him the Doors would never be on the Ed Sullivan Show again. According to Doors keyboardist Ray Manzarek, Morrison dismissed them, saying, "We just did Sullivan." Ed Sullivan was not hesitant to share black artists with his mostly white audience, including the godfather of soul, James Brown.
I was talking to young James Brown. He was telling me that his rhythm and blues are rooted in Southern gospel singing. Now, he's a Southerner, of course. He was born in Augusta, Georgia, where he worked on a farm, picked cotton, worked in a coal yard, and always sang his songs. So we are delighted to present James Brown on our stage on this show. So let's have a fine welcome for a very fine talent. Yeah.
Despite the Vietnam War being a divisive and controversial issue, Sullivan invited Creedence Clearwater Revival to perform a protest song on his show.
Wonderful to have you fellas on the show. Where do you all go from here?
Well, we're going to go back home to San Francisco.
Well, I would have a safe trip back home.
Thank you.
Tell them how well they'll know, because they're watching the show tonight. They'll know that we all of New York enjoyed you and all the country enjoyed you. Thank you very, very much. And have a safe trip.
In 1969, Ed Sullivan introduced America to a group of 5 brothers from Gary, Indiana. This was the first time Ed Sullivan and most of America had seen Michael Jackson. Sullivan, apparently not even knowing Michael's name, demonstrates a keen eye for talent with this comment.
That's really a tennis fight. Those good youngsters are amazing. And the little fella in front is incredible.
It's difficult to pinpoint Ed Sullivan's role in rock and roll history. Without him, rock and roll would have likely followed much the same path. On the other hand, who else can claim to have had an important role in the careers of Elvis, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and Michael Jackson? For WNKU, this is rock and roll history professor Sam Lappin letting Ed Sullivan have the last word.
Now we want all of you to get home safely. So you're to drive carefully. If you're driving and somebody else driving, make them drive carefully. See you next Sunday night. Good night.